Good morning. Today I'm Jin Jun. Today I'm going to talk about how transportation can cause global warming. First of all, global warming will caused by air pollution, which is mostly people burn fossil fuels like gasoline and diesel, then therefore will release carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere, a buildup of carbon dioxide, CO2 and other greenhouse gases like methane, CH4. Nitrous oxide and hydrofluorocarbon is causing the Earth's atmosphere to warm, resulting in changes to the climate we are already starting to see today. Also, mostly people talk about the global warming is also caused by greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is a process that occurs when gases in Earth's atmosphere traps the sun's heat. This will make the Earth more warmer, so the temperature will be very high. And then the main driver of climate change is the greenhouse effect. Some gases in the Earth's atmosphere act a bit like in the glass in the greenhouse, trapping the sun's heat and stopping it from leaking back into the space and causing global warming. The greenhouse effect will also cause acid rain, which is a chemical reaction that begins when compounds like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are released into the air. These substances can rise very high into the atmosphere, where they mix and react with water, oxygen, and other chemicals to form more acidic pollutants. The acid rain have many causes. The acid rain will erode the plants, trees, and even buildings. If the plants and trees die, therefore the temperature will be even higher. The next one I would like to talk about is how electric vehicles can help prevent global warming. Because electric vehicles do not have the exhaust like normal cars do, like they don't have the exhaust gas produced by internal combustion engine vehicles and do not produce exhaust pollution, which is very beneficial to environmental protection and clean air. As we all know, carbon dioxide and nitrogen oxide, particulates, odor and other pollutants in the exhaust of internal combustion engine vehicles form acid rain, acid mist and photochemical smoke. Electric vehicles also do not have the noise generated by internal combustion engines. The noise of the electric motor like Tesla also really less than other combustion engines. Noise is also harmful to the human auditory, nervous, cardiovascular, digestive, endocrine, and immune systems. And the last thing I would like to talk about is how do we stop the global warming. I think government should also, or us also, should encourage the citizens to use more public transport such as bus and train, because if we use more public transport, then the citizens can also choose cycling as their transportation, because there's no need of burning fossil fuels. Therefore there will be no carbon dioxide. But there will be lesser carbon dioxide because people are using public transport like bus and train. They will not use their own vehicles at home. So everybody, if they use public transportation, then the carbon dioxide will be less, because 10 people fit into a public transport, will be very less. The next thing is the government can also encourage citizens to use electric vehicles rather than normal vehicles. Electric vehicles does not use up fossil fuels and therefore no carbon dioxide will be produced. This reduces air pollution. Electric cars give us a cleaner streets making our towns and cities a better place to be pedestrians and cyclists. In over a year, just one electric car on the roads can save average of 1.5 million grams of carbon dioxide. That's the equivalent of 4 return flights from London to Barcelona. That's all I want to say about the transportation. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Chong Shijie. After talking about transportation in the first part of this video, I would like to cover about industrialization and its role in global warming in the second part of this video. So are you curious about why industrialization can bring such a huge impact on the environment that can even lead to global warming? Without any further ado, let's begin today's discussion to find it out. First of all, what do you think of industrialization when you first heard that word? Well, industrialization is a process of transformational change of the human society, socially and economically, from an agrarian society into an industrial one. It usually involves vast economic and social changes such as a tendency to urbanization as well as an extensive organization of an economy for manufacturing purpose. So here is an example of industrialization. Pakistan is a country located in South Asia that currently has population of over 228 million people according to Worldometer. The country moves from an agriculture system to an industrial system since the 1970s. The state also started offering loans and incentives to newly formed industries that wanted to invest in machinery and industrial equipment. New technologies were also brought to the country to increase the pace of this movement. The economic reforms is then successfully reduced the rate of unemployment from 35% to 7% in only 5 years. So what do you think is the reason for industrialization? Well, natural resources offer cheap resources for human life, large water supply, and several types of vital sources for human life which cause industrialization. Growing population is also one of the factors as more population will increase in demand. High immigration is also a significant cause of industrialization as some immigrants were skilled in trades that would help the industry grow. Meanwhile, the unskilled labor, on the other hand, provided cheap labor. New inventions that needed the industry to help produce goods efficiently are also one of the causes of this subtopic. It is undeniable that factories in industries have also played a major role in the damage caused to the environment. It has to be claimed that factories are to be blamed for as much as 2/3 of the pollution that caused global warming. As a result, the pollution that is created from toxic emissions and dangerous materials in our environment will cause the planet ecosystem come under threat. Factories might not be the sole contributor to the man-made damage that continues to be done to the planet, but they are certainly one of the biggest. Despite the efforts of governments over the world to reduce the amount of pollution that these factories pump into the atmosphere, but there is still so much that has to be changed if we value our planet. Hence, you must be thinking how awful the effects will be after this, right? Several solutions that can be taken by every authorities to encounter this issue. For instance, the Environmental Protection Agency has the right and responsibility to correct the damage from industrial pollution. There should be more stringent rules to take action against the company who disobey the proper protocol, and more significant rewards for the companies who operate properly by creating policies to prevent misuse of island. Several solutions that can be taken by every authority to encounter this issue. For instance, the Environmental Protection Agency has the right and the responsibility to correct the damage from industrial pollution. There should be more stringent rules to take action against the company who disobey the proper protocol, and more significant rewards for the companies who operate properly by creating policies that prevent misuse of land. Consideration of the location of the sites and the potential impact on the surrounding environment can help minimize harmful consequences. Developing and implementing adequate treatment facilities for handling industrial waste, adopting new technology, efficient training of employees for safe use, and the development better technology for disposal of waste, and being more conscientious about the use of raw materials can help control industrial pollution at the source. The industrialization has seemed to be the key to wealth and leads to better condition and quality of living, but in certain aspects it affects the environment and eventually contributes to global warming. So who is to be blamed? In my perspective, I think no one should be the one to be blamed, as in contrast, the question of who is responsible for the climate crisis is a necessary one, because it will inevitably impact the solution we propose to fix things. Well, that's the end of my topics about industrialization in global warming for this video. Thank you for watching.